Okay, so you ever see one of those massive waves of online energy? You know, like a flash of community fire, and you just wonder, what happens next? Well, today, we're going to dive into a playbook that shows you exactly how to capture that lightning in a bottle, how to turn those fleeting moments into a permanent, really powerful movement.
And really, this is the big question for any online community, right? You get this incredible buzz going, but how do you make it actually last? How do you build something real and lasting from something that, by its very nature is kind of designed to just fade away? Well, it all starts right here with what the source material calls the daily spark. And this is all about creating a deliberate, super high-energy ritual every single day to get the community totally fired up and focused. And we're not just talking theory here. Let's take the Apertum fam, a community in the Web3 space. They organize every day around these simple, but honestly, really powerful activities. Stuff like voting in Bulls versus Bears polls to show where the market sentiment is, flooding important posts with emoji storms to rocket them up the algorithm, and, of course, leaving confident comments that actively shape the story around their project.
And listen, this is no small effort we're talking about. In just a single day, you're seeing over 500 poll votes. I mean, that's a massive, coordinated display of what the community is thinking. And on top of that, you've got more than 200 fiery, supportive comments. It's this huge wave of digital energy, all pointed at one goal. It's a daily ritual of making noise and, more importantly, being seen. Look, this kind of engagement is absolute gold. It's what every single project dreams of. But, and this is a big but, there's a problem. All of this energy, it lives on platforms they don't own. Twitter, CoinMarketCap, you name it. So it's temporary. It's just a fleeting spark.
Which brings us to the next crucial phase. This can't just be about daily sparks. To become truly powerful, that energy has to evolve. It has to become something unstoppable. It's got to go from a temporary flame to a raging, uncontrollable fire.
And this quote from the source just perfectly nails the strategic shift. Daily tasks are the spark. Now let's build the eternal flame. It's that word eternal that's the key here. The real goal isn't just to make noise for a day, it's to build something that lasts forever.
So let's just break this down. The old way? It's all about creating temporary buzz on what we can call rented platforms, like Twitter or Facebook, places you don't control at all. The new goal is to build a permanent presence on an owned network, infrastructure that actually belongs to the community. It's the shift from being a guest in someone else's house to building your own damn castle.
So how do you actually make that leap? Well, according to this playbook, you need a secret weapon, and that tool is called LinkHub.
So what is LinkHub? It's basically a decentralized Web3 native hub. The easiest way to think about it is like a link tree, but built for the new internet. You gather all your social links into one profile, but here's the key difference. This profile is on-chain, which just means it's recorded on a public blockchain, and that's what makes it permanent. That's what makes it truly yours.
So why does this matter so much? Well, think about it. There are no middlemen, no surprise fees popping up, no risk of getting deplatformed because someone doesn't like what you said. You truly own your digital identity, and because it lives on the blockchain, it's always online, always working for you, 24/7.
And the process couldn't be simpler. Seriously, you just go to the app, you connect your crypto wallet, you add your links, and you're done. Just like that, you have a single, permanent URL to share absolutely everywhere. It's like a 5-minute setup for a lifetime payoff.
Now this is where the strategy becomes truly brilliant. It's not just about one person using this tool, it's about the entire community adopting it and creating what the source calls the big force effect.
This line is just fantastic. It's not a post, it's a portal. Every single time a community member shares their LinkHub URL, it's no longer just some simple comment or post. It becomes a doorway. It becomes a portal that leads people right back into their ecosystem. Just imagine this in action for a second. 1,000 members all add their LinkHub URL to their social bios. So now, every single one of those 200+ daily comments becomes a brand new entry point. With just one click, a casual browser on Twitter gets pulled from that rented platform right into the community's owned world. It is a massive, decentralized engine for growth.
And all of this, all of it, leads to the final level up, owning the network. This is the ultimate goal. This is the entire point of the strategy.
So let's look at this final comparison. The daily tasks, those sparks of energy, that's just the warm-up. The permanent hubs, this whole network of portals, that's how you build a dynasty. It's the difference between running a single campaign and building a long-lasting empire.
With this strategy, the community moves way past just influencing the conversation. No, they are building and owning the very pathways of that conversation. They're not just on the network, they are owning the network itself.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. What does it actually mean for all of us when our online identity, our social profile, stops being some temporary page on someone else's website and instead becomes a permanent, ownable piece of the network itself? The implications of that, they're just huge.